Hey Tube, welcome back. Today we have this problem. It's called the matrix diagonal sum. Given a square matrix, may return the sum of the matrix diagonals. Okay, so let's say that we have this one and matrix, and we just want to give the sum of the primary diagonal and the secondary diagonal. So we have 1, 5, 9, and 7 and 3. So 1, 5, 9, and 3 and 7, or 7 and 3, whatever it will be. And also for the other arrays, it looks like that, and for which one would only return 5. So how we can solve this problem? Maybe when you look this problem at first, it sometimes becomes quite hard. How can I define the primary diagonal and the secondary diagonal? This is the main problem lives. And for this one, let's just take a look at this matrix. So for the diagonal, it's like that. This is the primary diagonal, and this is the secondary diagonal. And for the diagonal, it's a pretty straightforward process. First of all, let's just talk about the first diagonal. So we have just the first element is 0 and 1. Oh, sorry, 0 and 0. And the second one is 1 and 1. Okay. The third one is 2 and 2. And the last one is 3 and 3. So the diagonal is pretty straightforward. So if we looped through the matrix to get each element of the diagonal, it's just I, the index of I, and I, the column of I, so the row of I, and the index of I. So by that we get the primary diagonal. The question is how we can get the secondary diagonal. So let's just try to get something here. It's a pretty straightforward. So for this one, it will be 3. Oh, sorry. It will be 0 and 3, 1 and 2, and 2 and 1, and 3 and 0. Okay, so I don't know if you can just there is a specific relationship between them. I don't know if you can see it or not, but let's start. There is a relationship between the first. Let's just start for the first one here and the first one here from the other array. You show that both of them share the same index in the column, but they are in different rows. So for this, and also if you look at this and this and this, both of them share the same index but in different row. Okay, so this is the relationship that will give us the ability on how to get the secondary array. So if you look at something, there is a specific math calculation that happening here. It's a pretty straightforward. Like this one is 0 and the other one is 3. Okay, and let's say this one is 1 in the column number 1, the other one is 1, and other one is in 2. Okay, this is in 2 and the other one is in 3, and this is in I guess, yeah, that's it. No, it's 0, 3. Yeah, this one is in 0 again, and the other one is also in 3. So how this problem is solved, I don't know if you can recognize something, but there is a math calculation. Is that we had n, which is the length of the matrix, minus 1 minus the index. So let's just try to find it and to make sure that if we get or not. So let's say that we have this one and we want to get its corresponding index index in the second array. So we have 0 minus n, which is 4 minus 1 minus 0, which equals 3. Let's take this as an example. This one, it's in index number 1. So let's just put again 4 minus 1 minus the index, which is 1. It will be 2. So this, and we got its index, this one. And let's talk about which one we can talk about. And 1 and 2, 3 and 0, 2 and 3. Actually, there is nothing in 2 and 3. 0 and 3 and 1 and 2. What is in 2 and 3? There is nothing in 2 and 3. So sorry for that one. This one means nothing. I guess that's it. So let's try to put this one in the code. I guess maybe if you don't understand the sketch, I guess the code will make your life way more easier. So let's say that let n equals math.length. Okay, I'll say let sum equals 0, and I will return the sum. Okay, and I will say I will make a loop in the matrix. I will let column equals 0, column is less than n, and column plus plus, and column plus plus. Okay, and I will say first of all, the sum, we want to get the first element of the array. So for this example, we have 1. This one is 0, is the column 0, row 0. So 0 0 1 1 2 2. So it's the column and the column index again. It's like the column index is 0, so the number in the row will be the same column index. So 0 0. This one, the column index is 1, so 1 1. This one is the column index is 2, so 2 2. It's just straightforward. So sum plus equals whatever we have at the matrix of column of and also column. So it's column. So how we can get the other array, the other array, yeah, in the element of the other array? We said that it's a column. It will be the column minus 1 minus, wait a minute, it will be n minus 1 minus the column. So we have 1 and we want to get this one. If you can see, if n minus column minus n, so the column of this one is 2. Okay, and the index, sorry, the index column of this one is 2. If we want to get the 2, it will be equals the length, which will be 3 minus 1, which will be 2, minus the column index will be 0, so it will be 2. So it will be 2 of 0. Okay, and I will say and I could return it and it works, but however, I guess we will have a problem with this 5, because this 5 will be, if we have an odd number, this 5 would be duplicated. So in order to not have any duplication, because it will be in this 5, it will be in the primary diagonal and also in the secondary diagonal. If we don't want to have this 5 in the like that, what we could do is that first of all we check if it's odd or not. If n modeled by 2 equals 0, I will do something. I will remove the element in the middle. I would say ns sum, sorry, math. How we can get the middle in the mid the element in the middle? It's just a pretty straightforward. Math dot, first of all, we got the column in the middle. How we can get the column in the middle? It will be math dot floor n divided by 2, and to get the index, we will say it will be also math dot floor n by 2 is the same, and submit. And it's wrong. Why it's wrong? Let's see why it's wrong. Okay, nothing worked. Everything was wrong. Just give me a minute. Plus, and we're saying that plus equals n minus 1 minus column, and plus equals column and column if n multiply sorry, if n equals to 0, that means it's even. We don't check if it's odd. Okay, so let's talk about what's happening here. So first of all, let's just get the primary to just describe what happened in the code. So first of all, let's say that we start and adding the parameter, the first element, the parameter, which will be 0 and 0. So this one will be 0 and 0, which will be 0, which will be 1. And also when we add a specific character, we want to add it's also secondary diagonal. And how we can get the secondary diagonal? As we can say, it's that n minus 1 minus column. So it will be n will be 3 minus 1 minus the column value, which is 0. So it will be a column of 2. So it will be 2, like this one will be 2, and of 2 and 0, and this will be 7. Let's just go. And again, so we will get the one in the middle, and it's corresponding in the middle also. It will be 5. Because of that, we created this this if statements to make sure that we take this 5, because it's added twice in the primary diagonal and the secondary diagonal. And when we have 9, we will have 9 and we will have 3 with it. But let's just see if have 9. 9, it will be 2 and 2, and to get the index of its corresponding element in the secondary diagonal, it will be 3 minus 1 minus 2, which will be 0, and that's it basically. And that's it for the solution. I hope my description was quite good. And if you like my content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. If you thought that my description was that good, or maybe you didn't understand it, just feel free to comment it. Give me a comment about that, and I will do the video again for you. And yeah, and that's it for this video, and see you in future problems.